Assalamualaikum to Professor Amin and to those who are watching. Here is a short video to introduce myself. My name is Zaiqatu Aini binti Zainal Abidin. I am currently teaching in SK Dr. Sulaiman in Tampin, Negeri Sembilan. And Tampin, Negeri Sembilan is actually my hometown. I am currently teaching Year 1, Year 3 and Year 4. I graduated from University of Otago, New Zealand in year 2013, and I studied Bachelor of Education TESOL, teaching English as a second language. My interest is in teaching and learning, specifically relating to how my students learn, and I always try to find new ways as to improve my students' academic performance, confidence in English and their language proficiency. Now I would like to share about the learning strategies that I have used in my studies. Before that, I would like to define learning strategies. Strategies are specific attacks that we make on a given problem and that vary considerably within each individual. They are moment-by-moment techniques that we employ to solve problems posed by second language input and output. From Chemert 2015, he defines strategies quite broadly as procedures that facilitate a learning task. Strategies are most often conscious and goal-driven. So that is the definition of learning strategies that I can find. Okay, pertaining to the learning strategies that I have used in my studies, I have used cognitive strategies, metacognitive strategies, and socio-affective strategies. In metacognitive strategies, it is a term used in information processing theory to indicate an executive function, strategies that improve planning for learning, thinking about the learning process as it is taking place, monitoring of one's production or comprehension, and evaluating learning after an activity is completed. By Purpura 1997. As to cognitive strategies are more limited to specific learning tasks and involve more direct manipulation of the learning material itself. And for socio-affective strategies have to do with social mediating activities and interacting with others. In my own learning strategy, I have used metacognitive strategies such as self-monitoring. In self-monitoring, I tend to correct one's grammar for accuracy in pronunciation, and also grammar, vocabulary, or for appropriateness related to setting or to the people who are present. That is how I learn English language. And I also use self-evaluation. I check outcomes of my own language learning against an internal measure of completeness and accuracy. I usually evaluate myself as to my language proficiency, and I try to self-improve. Going into cognitive strategies, some of the cognitive strategies that I have used throughout my studies are repetition, which is imitating a language model, including overt practice and silent rehearsal. I also use grouping, which is ordering or risk classifying and perhaps labeling the material to be learned based on common attributes. I also use note-taking. I write down the main ideas, important points, outline or summary of information presented orally in writing. And I also use deduction. I consciously apply rules to procedure or understand the procedure to understand the second language. I also use keyword. which is remembering a new word in the second language by identifying a familiar word in the first language that sounds like or otherwise resembles the new word, and generating easily recalled image of some relationship between the new word and the familiar word. I also use inferencing for cognitive strategies. In inferencing, I use available information to guess meaning of new items, predict outcomes, or fill in missing information. As to my social-affective strategies, the one that I use a lot is cooperation, which is working with one or more peers to obtain feedback, pull information, or model a language activity. I also use question for clarification. I often ask a teacher or other native speaker for repetition, paraphrasing, explanation, and examples. That is all from me. Hope you have learned a little bit about myself and my learning strategies from this video. With that, thank you.